like the pop filters. I respect it. You know.
All right, we got your friendly neighborhood DJ provider, right? Is that what it says on your Instagram?
The friendly neighborhood sound provider.
Sound provider, yeah.
Yeah.
Explain to everybody what you're about right now and like, how you got into DJing.
Okay. Peace to all the beings in the universe. I go by the name of DJ Orbett Corbett. I am a local DJ here based in Phoenix, Arizona. I guess getting into DJing, I guess it was like back in like 2019. Well, actually, I can go all the way back to like 2015, 2016 when I was just going out to like a lot of parties and a lot of good friends of mine were the DJs there. And around that time, I was still, like still had a lot of introverted tendencies in me, and I would just hang out by the DJ booth because the songs they were playing just brought a certain reaction from the crowd. And from their reactions, I was just like, yo, that's actually kind of dope. I wonder if I could do something like that. But then 2019, I was working in restaurants and wanted to be a chef at the time. But that idea in the back of my mind to get more actively involved with the music really started to take over during 2019. I met up with this dude who goes by the name of DJ My God Complex. Big shout out to him because he's the one that who told me about the steps to start being a DJ and everything. And he had this event called the Rec Room, which is at the Nile Coffee Shop in Mesa, downtown Mesa specifically.
We've been there actually. That's
Yeah,
nice
it's super.
Yeah.
It's a super dope event.
Yeah.
He just, he has his turntables, his mixer, because he's old school, like old school DJ. Started back in like the 80s and the 90s. So he's just like, if you got records, and which I do, and he was just like, yeah, cool, just come through. Went in, my set was like 20 minutes, and then from there I was just like, yo, this is really dope. I should actually get into this a whole lot more. And so, just talking with him, he gave me the ins and outs of, how to start off being a DJ with, getting a controller, which program to use, how to set up a budget, this is and that, how to get your songs. And then from there, I was just like, okay, yeah, I think I'm ready to actually, give this a shot. Right when I was like, diving a little deeper into it, that's when COVID happened.
Damn.
But it gave me the opportunity to really ask me them questions like, yo, what is it that I really enjoy doing? You know what I mean? And at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, let's just give this a try. Because, with COVID making things more unpredictable more than ever, I'm like, I should at least give this a shot.
Do you think with COVID that gave you more like room to practice more?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because if you think about it, like during the lockdown, at first I was just sitting on my ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Lockdown, you're just sitting around. There's only so many TV shows that you can binge watch and rerun and rewatch over and over. You start diving more and more into music, just for therapy, because music has been very therapeutic for me
Yeah.
throughout my whole life. And then it just got to a point where I was like, okay, well, you're collecting all this music, you're making these playlists just for yourself. Let's actually put this into practice and give it a shot.
Yeah. Were you nervous for your first gig?
Oh,
that you did?
absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think my very, very first gig was with this collective called Record Bar Radio.
Ooh.
And their collective where, during COVID, they would just have, live streams for local DJs, whether if you're a veteran or you're starting out, and they'll give you a shot. So one of the first things I did was a vinyl set, just whatever vinyl that I had. They gave me a 1 hour set. And from there, I was just, nervous as all hell, even though no one was technically there. It was just more people watching via YouTube and everything. And
I mean, that's a good start though, right?
yeah, absolutely. It took the nerves off, and then from there, that one gig was enough to have me meet other people out within the downtown scene, and I ended up, having a nice little couple of gigs at the Churchill, and then from the Churchill's like the Wayward, and the Wayward to Cha Cha's Tea Lounge.
Have you ever done a wedding?
No, I haven't actually done a wedding. I know a lot of DJs that do weddings, but when it comes to weddings, like that is a lot of pressure. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, because you have to be not only you have to be the guy to create the soundtrack for that entire evening. So you have to find the right songs to play for not only the bride and groom dance and the mom and dad dance and all
You're
those other
responsible for the
dances.
vibes of the
You
wedding,
are
man.
responsible for the entire evening, just to
Yeah.
make sure everyone is getting out, having a good time. And then on top of that, it's just like you got the bridesmaids, and you got the groomsmen, and of course there's kids around, so you can't be having a lot of explicit music
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. All in all, it's just there's only so many times where you could play line dance songs, and then trying to keep people on that dance floor, trying to like understand where they're at, mentally and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, it's just a lot of like reading the room.
Hey, whenever you do a wedding, be prepared, man. 'Cause you're responsible for their whole vibes.
Right, right. Because like if stuff goes good, then by all means, it's great.
Yeah.
But like if it could just be like one song, you know what I mean, that can really just set the tone for anybody, or just to be that one thing for people to just really, get out of their seats, have fun. Because I feel like the biggest challenge is to get that one person who is just like, bobbing their head, but also sitting down or whatever. It's just like, yeah, I'm just here, just enjoying it, whatever. But to get them to like actually get up and get on that dance floor and stuff like
Yeah.
that, like that's challenging.
Yeah. So obviously you're a lover of music, especially you're a lover of a lot of local music around here in Arizona. I remember
Yes.
you posted on your Instagram of like some of the local artists that you fuck with,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm gonna name a couple of those names and just quickly tell me like your just like your all around vibe, like how you think of that person, like their
Of course.
music and all that. So like De La
Gotcha.
Prime.
De La Prime. Okay, so very insightful lyrics, but a lot of heavy hitting energy when it comes to his raps. I've definitely noticed that. He is extremely energetic, but very focused, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
With him being an MC, and he really is polarizing. For that, if I can definitely use that word to describe his style.
Color 8.
Color 8,
The Color 8 band. Come on.
the Color 8 band. They're
Roommates.
definitely roommates, yes, but also just very eccentric, very eclectic. It's like getting a bunch of elements that are polar opposites of one another, but yes, somehow they work. It's like when the Avengers form together. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because like you have each of these individuals where it's like on paper they don't look like they should mesh, but they do. And then on
They
top
do,
of
yeah.
that, they refuse to hold themselves to any genre. You know what I mean? Like they have their genres that they're based off of, which is super dope. But they will flip it if they feel like it. Like they can get done with doing rock and then go to R&B, then R&B to jazz, and jazz to hip hop, and just keep going. I remember there was one time back in like First Friday, they did a whole session where they're just jamming out and playing the blues, and I was just like, what is going on here? But I love
That's
it.
funny.
Yeah.
What about Nutter Tut?
Nutter Tut.
Or his band Optimistical. You could go either way.
Optimistical. Yeah, I really like Optimistical. It's just they have this one song where it's just, it's called Past That. And it
Yeah,
gives
I've
me
heard
it is like the thesis statement of the band, where it's just, they're super laid back. It's very fun music too that you can listen to and enjoy and just have a good time, spark up a joint, it's just Past That. It's super awesome.
John Cornelio.
John Cornelio. He's excellent at executing his emotions. That's the best way to put it. He's very honest.
He has a
and
great voice.
very beautiful voice, and also very transparent, especially when it comes to purveying those emotions. Because when it comes to music and artistry, people use that as a means of expressing their emotions, but a lot of people can go in a little too deep with it, if that
Right.
makes sense.
No,
So
yeah, I get that.
So with John, he figures out a way to really to express those emotions, tap in with them, but also to not let the emotions overcome him when it comes to writing the music, which is a very complicated thing to do as a songwriter.
I'm actually excited to hear more of his new music.
He needs to hurry up.
Yeah,
Yo,
come on, John.
Hurry up.
You gotta hurry up, bro.
You got fans waiting on you. Like, we two of the fans. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Not just you don't only have just 2 fans though. You got more than just 2. Trust
Of
me.
course, yeah. You got plenty. You have a whole plethora of fans, people that love your music. So hurry up and just, take your time, but just
Yeah.
put the music out. You know when it's done. Follow your intuition. All that jazz.
We love you. We love you.
Much love to you, man.
And I remember I told you when you posted that too to check out Lauren Case. Did you check her out yet?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's an amazing singer too.
Yeah.
She has-
Anytime I get a chance, I say, hey, listen to this girl because she's criminally underrated. Criminally
right?
underrated.
Yeah. Which is kind of it kind of goes for like all the other musicians here in Phoenix.
Oh,
To
yeah.
be honest with you, because like you mentioned with the other artists, her voice is amazing. She kind of has like this like indie pop thing going
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I vibe with that very much. You know, it's
Mhm.
just like, especially once you find your sound and then you try to execute that sound, just keep going with it, and then you'll be able to grow from there and see,
Mhm.
and find discover aspects of yourself as an artist that you wouldn't even have dare considered. And
Mhm.
so it's like, it's definitely like, kind of like with her music, it's kind of like she's staring at herself in the mirror and still, learning and growing and evolving. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's super dope.
Yeah, I like that about her. Yeah, because like the more she grows, the better she's gonna get. Yeah.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
last but not least, yourself, man. What can people expect out of you when they see you do DJing?
So whenever I DJ, I like to give people an experience of like just an experience of just wanting to dance. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, and I don't care what genre it is, and a lot of that inspiration comes from the Color Ray, where it's just like,
Mhm.
if I can get you to dance to Japanese city pop or reggaeton or cumbia or hip hop or house music. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I don't care what the genre is as long as you're dancing. That's just a win on my end. But one of the things that I really do enjoy when it comes to DJing is like, searching through SoundCloud and Bandcamp and
Yeah.
finding like these crazy remixes to fan favorite songs that
Mhm.
people won't even like consider. And it's just like, yo, that's actually fire. Let me put
Yeah.
this on my list and let me put this in my crates and stuff like that. Try to make that work.
What is love, baby? Don't hurt me.
Oh yes, yes, that is a classic one. Like, I'm gonna need. If that's the case, I'll play that tomorrow. I'm gonna need you to show up and do the whole night of the Ruxbury thing. It's gonna be so dope.
No, yeah. If we show up tomorrow, you gotta do that.
I got you. I got you.
Actually, no. We gotta go tomorrow just for that sole reason. Just like do the. Have
Right.
you have you seen that movie? Like, how often have you
Yes.
seen that movie?
I saw that movie honestly when I graduated high school,
Mm.
so it was like 10 years ago. But it's still a banger though.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Will Ferrell. That dude's
And then
hilarious.
Jim Carrey too. The way his
Yes.
chin is. Like,
Dude, Jim Carrey has like one of the most like elastic, rubbery faces. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. He can do
like
so many facial expressions. It's
he
crazy.
really can. Like just and also it's just like Jim Carrey. He's just like one of those actors that really was in a lot of movies that we grew up watching. So
Yes, The
like
Mask,
the Mask, the
fucking
Grinch. You know what I mean? The Truman
Grinch,
Show.
The Truman
Oh
Show.
my
We
God.
recently just watched The Truman Show.
Yeah, and ain't that some existential shit
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
movie? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it
oh
like
my
kind of
God.
relates in today's world actually a little bit.
Yeah, for real. It's just like where is my place within all this? You know
I
what
know. It
mean?
makes you think a lot. Yeah. When we were talking earlier, you were saying like how you get your music ideas. Like you Shazam some music like when
Yes.
you're out and about, and then
Yes,
you
yes,
like
absolutely.
take that and then you like use that for your next DJ set or whatever.
Absolutely, because like as a DJ, you know how most people whenever they like add music or downloading music, they just like sit in front of a computer for like hours on end and stuff like that. Kind of like how Mr. Anderson was in the beginning of the Matrix, just like zoned out in front of his laptop and stuff. Like that's how some people function with searching through their music. Me, I'm kind of like the opposite. Like, yeah, sure, I can sit down on the computer for a couple hours, but I can't do that for like an entire night and not get no sleep. I like sunshine, so you
Yeah.
know what. Sometimes I just go outside and I'm like,
Are you an early bird?
I guess it's hard to say. Like, it's whatever the occasion needs me to be. If I need to be a night owl for a certain event, then that's fine. Or if I need to be an early bird, then I'll, work around it. I can adapt.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that I do remember is whenever I'm outside, just minding my business, getting groceries, or like out at the bars or something, I hear a song that I like, or I'm like, oh, yo, that's actually pretty chill. I like this vibe. I'll Shazam it immediately. It could be like mid conversation, be like, hold on, my bad. Let me just whip out my phone, get the Shazam. And if I got it, then, I'll add it to a playlist, download that playlist, add it to my Serato, and be good to go. I think the coolest thing about Shazam is whenever I find a song that I like, but I can't get it, that makes it even more challenging. Be like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
for sure. Okay, so what is this on SoundCloud? Is this on Bandcamp? I'm definitely gonna have to dig through some stuff just to figure it
Yeah.
out. You know what I mean? Like for real, like shovel through or like surf the web to find that shit. But I'm about it.
So like kind of off topic, but I remember Cal was telling us like, yo, Corbett, he could tell you some random facts that you would never know about, and he just like knows it off the top of his head. So like, can you tell us a random fact that we probably don't know about right now?
Did you guys know that you guys, Michael Jackson's Bad album, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
One of my
you know
favorite
the
albums,
lead single Bad. Michael Jackson was actually trying to get Prince to be a guest feature on that song.
In the music video too.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, he was supposed to, be a guest feature on the song and then also guest appearance on the music video. But Prince turned the shit down because the lyrics were just kind of like weird. The lyrics are just too corny for
It was,
him.
and then that line, "Your blood is mine."
Yeah, he said, "Your
and Prince
blood
is
is
like,
mine."
"Who are you singing that to? Because you sure as hell ain't singing that to me, and I
Exactly,
sure as hell ain't
yep.
singing that to you."
Exactly.
Yeah. Before we end this interview, I really do want to ask you one word responses to just random like artists. I'm going to throw out to you, like
Okay.
famous artists. Okay, ready?
Okay, for sure.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney,
One word.
legendary,
Michael Jackson.
royalty,
Prince.
innovation,
Bob Marley.
revolution,
Let's do Jimi Hendrix.
experience,
Tupac.
poetry,
We'll throw one out there, just, kind of off the grid from all those legends. Ariana Grande.
skinny.
So, like, what can you tell us what people can expect from you, like, future? Like, what are your goals moving forward with your DJing?
Honestly, just taking this thing as far as I can. Like I want to be able to perform in a bigger platform. Take the DJ money and get some more gear for production because there's
Right.
a lot of DJ producers that I really take a huge inspiration from, which is like K Tronada.
K Tronada.
He's definitely up there.
He recently did a song with Tinashe.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
I love
Yes,
that song.
he did. And then who else? J Dilla, Nujabes. Oh, by the way, Nujabes, y'all definitely got to check his music out too. May he rest in peace. There would be no. Sorry, this is off like topic and everything, but there would be no lo-fi hip hop without Nujabes. If you really think about it.
Okay, yeah,
So
I have to check him out.
Definitely check out his music.
And
And
that
then-
ties into like what I was going to ask you next, your inspirations and all that too.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Okay, sweet. So yeah, to answer your question, because I'm be talking in circles sometimes, but take this DJ thing as far as I could take it. Get some more recording equipment so I can make my own remixes and edits and stuff like that. I got some on the way though, but just
There you
to
go.
let you know. And then from there, just get on bigger platforms, bigger stages. I think, being able to DJ at like spots like Coachella or Lollapalooza or the big festival, I think it's called Glastonbury, like that would be pretty lit, like going on a Europe trip and stuff like that. DJ in like Japan, I just want to be able to perform music and make people dance, man. Like I really think that'd be super dope.
Well, hey, like tell the people where to follow you and, and then they could keep up with where you're performing next and all that.
For
Like,
sure, yeah. So check me out on Instagram, Orbett_Corbett. That's ORBIT_CORBETT. Same tag for my Twitter and TikTok, and then Facebook. It is James Corbett II. So yeah, check me out there.
You got to cheers. Thank you for coming on and being my
thank
first
you.
guest in like over a year.
Yo, thank you for the opportunity.
First in-person guest in over a year.
And to many more, man.
And to
Appreciate
many
you.
more. Hey, thank you for coming on, man. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Peace.